Good morning and welcome to my Monday update, which I'm going to start from now on as a part of a weekly update just to let you know what's happening either nationally in terms of up here in Westminster or on local issues that are featuring heavily in my post bag. And I think I want to start really by touching on the road infrastructure in the constituency, because that certainly is something that's hitting my mailbag now, but also during the general election was something that featured quite heavily on the doorstep. In our constituency of Lewes, whether you're in Seaford, Polegate, Newhaven, or in many of the villages such as Ringmer, Newick, or Chailey, road infrastructure has hit everyone quite hard. We have been underfunded locally for many decades in terms of investment in our local roads, whether that's to repair potholes or resurface the roads, or whether that's to actually strategically improve our road network. And I say this as someone who's not trying to encourage car use. Car use is important, and I think in such a rural setting of Lewes, car use is inevitable. But actually improving our road infrastructure is helpful for pedestrians, it's helpful for cyclists, and other users and other visitors as well, because when we have a safe, less congested roads network locally, we also have a safer road network, but also a less polluted road network. So there are a number of things that I just really wanted to update you on as the work I'm doing to improve our road network, whether you're a pedestrian, a cyclist, or a car user, or even someone who's driving a tractor every day for a living. So there's a couple of important announcements that have happened quite recently. The first of which is the announcement that happened during the general election of the £3 million for the A27, because as you know, we secured £75 million to improve the A27 between Lewes and Polegate, particularly the Beddingham roundabout to Polegate. But some of the concerns during the consultation that was held earlier in the year was that was not going to, while it was improve certain junctions and improve our cycle routes and our pedestrian access to along the A27 and make it safer for visitors to come to the area, it wasn't actually tackling the fundamental problem of dualling the A27. So we were very pleased when Chris Grayling announced that we will get £3 million to look at the dualling options on the road. And work on that is going to be started by East Sussex County Council this autumn in terms of looking at the options. And I very much support the previous plans that were around in the 90s around dualling options there, because I think it is a busy, dangerous road. We've had a number of fatalities already this year. And certainly talking to residents at junctions like Alceston, Berwick, and Glynde and Firle, turning right onto the A27 if you're a resident is pretty dangerous. So this £3 million is going to look at the dualling options, which will then come to consultation for residents later this year. And as chairman of the A27 reference group, I'm determined that while the promises that were made in the past never came to fruition, I'm determined that this time we actually do a good job of this and make sure that we put the plans on the table and then we get the funding to deliver it. So the A27 is a key priority. The A26 has come up a lot in my mailbag because it's, at the moment, the state of that road is pretty perilous, particularly if you are driving or a motorcyclist or a cyclist. The potholes on that road are growing by the day, and I'm very pleased that we've secured the money to resurface that road, and it's high up the agenda for the County Council in terms of resurfacing. I've heard a number of dates mooted by the County Council as to when that's going to happen later this year, and I've got a meeting with them next week, and I will be pushing to get that date for all of you so that you know that that road is going to be dealt with pretty soon. I'm very pleased also that we have now got the £2 million to tackle the Exeter Bridge. I know that that's a bone of contention for many people, particularly as we go into the summer months with Airborne increasing the traffic flow and welcome traffic flow because they're tourists and they're visitors to our area. But that junction is busy and it's dangerous, and particularly for visitors. We've all seen visitors running across that road, walking along buses and cars, and really it's a dangerous junction. So I'm really pleased that the County Council are looking at putting a new bridge, a two-way bridge there, so that we have a good traffic flow all year round, all day round, and there's not that congestion that builds up and backs up towards East Dean and Friston. So the £2 million has been allocated, and the County Council are now drawing up the plan. plans, and again there'll be a period of consultation so that local people can have their say as to the way that bridge moves forward. But I'm pleased that finally we're starting to get some movement on that. And in terms of other local roads, I know I'm very aware of villages like Ringmer, like Ditchling, like Alfriston, that are seeing their villages used as cut-throughs when roads are busy and congested. And that is why I'm pushing so hard for improvements to roads like the A27, because if they are not adequately invested in and are good roads for motorists to use, they will start to cut through villages, and that's what we've seen for many years now. So I'm hoping by the investment we're putting into our A roads, our villages will stop becoming the cut-throughs that they currently are, which is not good for visitors, again, to those local villages who are put off by busy and congested entrances and exits to villages. So I'm very keen that we see improvements in Ditchling, Alfriston, Ringmer and other villages that are used as cut-throughs. And I guess my final road update is around the Newhaven Ring Road. For many, many years, that ring road has seen the destruction of the town centre and people not even realising there's a town centre in the middle of that ring road. And while I'm hugely enthusiastic about some of the redevelopment that's going around in Newhaven, and pleased just the other week to be at the launch of the Enterprise Zone, which will see new businesses and investment coming to the town centre, unless we tackle that ring road, it's going to be more difficult to specifically ensure that there's a regeneration of that town centre. So the County Council are looking at options to take out some of those traffic lights, because there are far too many traffic lights along that ring road. You've got an underpass that we should be encouraging pedestrians and cyclists to use as a safer option than crossing the ring road. And if we could free up that traffic around that ring road, then it would become a less congested but also a less polluted part of the town, because Newhaven around that ring road has some of the highest levels of pollution in the constituency, in East Sussex in fact, and I'm determined to see that improve. So I'll be working with the County Council. We did put a bid in earlier this year for government funding to realign those traffic lights. We didn't get the money. So in my meeting with the County Council next week, I'll be seeing how we can improve that offer and fight for the funding to try and make that a better way around the town of Newhaven. So roads are high on my agenda, not just for the use of motorists, but to make sure we live in a less polluted, less congested environment, that pedestrians have a safe passage around the constituency, and cyclists feel confident to use our roads because they know it's a safe place for them to get around. So I'll keep you updated, and next week I will update you on some more local issues and goings on in Westminster. So have a good week.